crafters, it is finally here, the unboxing, and we are ready. So after what seems like months and years of waiting, my local shop finally got our Harry Potter Bernette B79 machine in on Friday. So I was able to go pick it up and get this going. It is still in the box, so I just wanted to be able to share an unboxing with you to kind of walk through and talk about what it is. Now, you know I've had Berninas in the past. I still have my Bernina 480. I use that. I actually use it to rent during retreats, but I just couldn't pass up the Bernette, right? I am a huge Juki fan. You know I'm a Juki fan, but guys, it's Harry Potter, and how do you not want the new Harry Potter machine? It even tells you, right, that it comes with exclusive embroidery motifs, and even tells me on here somewhere how many that it is. But I guess we'll get into all that, right? So it does have a big code to scan for inspiration. And I probably don't need a lot of inspiration because I have been waiting forever to get this. So let's get to it quickly, right? So I am excited because it's always fun just to get something new, right? But then to get it out of the box is even more exciting. So it does have 52 magical embroidery designs, 10 found only on this machine. It has 5 Harry Potter decorative stitches, and it does come with 3 embroidery hoops. Now, typically, I use magnetic hoops, and that's probably at some point what I will get for this machine as well. I typically order the dime hoops, but I have found some copycats on Amazon that have now actually reduced the cost. So we'll see. I'm not sure where we'll end up in that, but it does come with 3 different size hoops. It does come with the knee lift, which I can't sew anymore without the knee lift. But this machine will end up here behind me. And that's what this big table, and this is my Husky table from Home Depot. I think they are absolutely amazing. I have 2 drawers in here. This one's actually just full of rulers. I have every type and every size ruler that you could imagine. But that's where I keep the extra rulers in that. And then here is just needles and a bunch of hodgepodge. But this table is adjustable up and down. And I don't want to sit when I'm doing embroidery, so I like to have my machine up and over. If you noticed, I've moved my Epic 2 on the other side now because I have another Husky table over there, and that machine will sit over there. I'll still use that machine a lot for other embroidery things than that, but now I have 2 embroidery full-time machines plus my 10 needle that's back in the corner that you can't see. But that's okay, so let's get started. So it does come, this is the largest hoop, and this is another reason that I'll still be using the Epic, right? Because this is the largest hoop that comes with the Bernina, and it is a 160 by 260. So that's still small compared to what I'm used to with the Viking. So I didn't buy it necessarily for the embroidery size capacity, but you know, at the end of the day, it's made by Bernina, so it should stitch beautifully. I'm really anxious to see what the stitching looks like. So so that was one hoop. The next hoop is 120 by 180. Interesting enough, and it does come with the placements in that. I have never had to use those, I'll be honest. I kind of cheat. After having the commercial embroidery business for so long and running multi-needle machines and that, having some of these things like this just are more frustrating to me because I can just eye it and do it pretty quickly. But we'll see. It's still nice to have. And this one is 50 by 70. And actually, this very small one's a nice one to have, especially if you're just wanting to do something left chest in that. And I will say, I do like the way these frames open and close. I wish some of my um, Viking frames open and closed like this. So again, not bad. So I know this is the high end of the Bernette line, but obviously it's not meant to be the same as Bernina, right? But that's okay. So let's see what else is in here. All right. Let's see, guys, this styrofoam was not wanting to come out. All right, see what else is here. Oh, bobbin and my stitch plate. And this looks like the single needle stitch plate, which I believe is what we will use for um, embroidery work. I'm not sure if it has, well, yeah, it's got to, because it's got other stitches on here that you can do. So, and let's see, it's got the cord. And then a whole bunch of goodies, right? So all my different feet, all my different, it does come with needles. They gave me 130 70s, it looks like. So again, a nice assortment of needles, oils, my screwdrivers, all of that. I will say, obviously, you can tell you're not buying their top of the line because this is the way they give it to you. And this kind of a little, would have been nice to have a nice little case for it, but that's fine. I'm sure I've got something somewhere where I can keep all of this stuff and mark it for my Bernette. So let's move this on over because this is the exciting part, right? So let's get to what we want to see. So here is sewing table. I do like this, that this machine is black. I have the Platinum Juki, which is fun, but most, really every machine I've got is white. So it is kind of nice, except this Epic 2 was released when was the first release of the Epic 2, and they do some different colors. So this one is in that fuchsia and orange, which is kind of a crazy color, but again, I got that. I did get a cover for the machine, which my machines never see those usually. So sorry about your luck there. Here is the embroidery module. Wow. And it is absolutely heavy duty, guys. This has got some weight to it. So let's see that. But look at see, this is what you're paying for, right? All of the fun silliness, right? Because look at this. So it's got Harry Potter's glasses. It's got the bird. It's got each one of the houses, right? So it's got the Slytherin, the Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw, right? So it's got all of those, and then it's got the Harry Potter H. So what I haven't told you is what we are going to call this machine, and we have really debated and kind of waited to see when the machine got here what we would want to name him. Unlike a lot of you, all my machines are males. I know a lot of folks, even guys, still name their cars and machines and that female names. I don't, and I think that's all about guys crafting too, right? Because at the end of the day, we just want to be recognized that we can craft and quilt and do things as well. So let's look at this machine. Again, it's got a lot of the Harry Potter features on here. It is the B79. Look how pretty this machine is. And so it does have the Harry Potter logo with the 4 schools on there. It has the castle, and then again it says Harry Potter down there. But we've debated back and forth what we were going to call this machine. And at the end of the day, this machine is going to be Hagrid. And so Ollivander is one name that we really tossed about because think of the skill set he had in making the wands and that for Harry Potter. But we decided that actually the laser cutter engraver should be probably Ollivander because it is more aligned with what he did in the storyline in that. And we already have our one 3D printer called Dolby because I love Dolby. Left me only a few names to choose from that made sense to me. And so Hagrid is going to be our new addition to the family. So Hagrid is joining a great litany of other machines that we have. I am so excited to get this plugged in, to get this going, to figure out what's going to happen. When will you see that happen? This Thursday, April 30th at 6:30 p.m. when we do cutting up and piecing out. It is a machine embroidery focus, and we will actually have this plugged in. I'll have this machine over here, Hagrid to be up and running. We will stitch out some of the Harry Potter features in that because I'm really anxious to see what that looks like. And by then, I will have been able to go through and figure out what's what and get all him oiled and ready to go. So guys, I am super, super excited. I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing. I could make it much longer, but I just wanted to show you a few things that were in the box. I'm excited to get it plugged in, get him going, make him earn his keep. And I appreciate you giving me your time. As always, I appreciate you dropping in, giving me a few minutes. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to helping this channel continue to grow and just be such a success. It means a lot to both of us. It's always something that's continued to be a growing passion for us, right? And for members, the new members that we have received, I appreciate those that encouraged me to create memberships, and I so appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, as always, until next time, happy crafting.